My name is Ray Daniels. I've been a volunteer firefighter for nearly a decade, and I've seen some horrible things. Car crashes, house fires, lives lost. But I'll never forget the night when one woman's obsession with control nearly ended in tragedy, and how a single decision changed everything in our peaceful little community of Oak Hollow Ridge. It all started at 12:06 a.m. on a quiet Thursday morning. We were just finishing cleanup at Station 17 when the call came in over the radio. Structure fire reported, 2918 Willow Crest Lane, possible entrapment. Repeat, possible entrapment. That address stopped me cold. Willow Crest Lane. That was in Oak Hollow Ridge, my neighborhood. I'd lived there with my wife and daughter for 6 years. My daughter's best friend, Eva, lived 2 houses down from that address. Without wasting a second, we threw on our gear and piled into Engine 9. As we turned onto the main road, the faint orange flicker of flames was already visible over the treetops. But the real nightmare didn't begin until we hit the neighborhood gate. There, parked dead center across the entrance to Willow Crest Lane, was a sleek white BMW X5. Hazard lights blinking like it owned the night. A bright yellow metal chain stretched tightly across the road, locked on both sides with padlocks the size of fists. There was no getting past. I slammed my hand on the dashboard as our engine squealed to a stop. I knew instantly whose car that was. Karen Whitmore, the HOA president, the self-proclaimed protector of Oak Hollow Ridge. She was the kind of woman who thought her role gave her supreme authority, enforcing rules about mailbox placement and garbage bin colors, like she was running a military compound. I'd warned her before. In fact, we all had. Just a few weeks earlier, I spoke at the HOA meeting. I showed data, charts, everything about how emergency response time was critical. You're creating a death trap, I told her. One day, these chains could cost someone their life. Her response, she'd laughed. Oh, please, Mr. Daniels, if the fire department can't handle a little chain, maybe they need new training. That night, her white BMW was the final nail in the coffin of her arrogance. Behind me, Captain Alvarez was already on the radio, trying to get backup and permission to break the lock. But we were wasting time. Thick black smoke rolled into the sky. Somewhere behind that barrier, someone could be dying. That's when I saw movement from behind the BMW. Karen herself came storming up in a silk bathrobe and fluffy slippers, clutching a coffee mug like it was a royal scepter. "You can't go through here," she snapped. "This is private property. You're not authorized." "Karen," I said, through gritted teeth, "we have a reported structure fire. Possible victim trapped. Move your car and unlock the chain. Now." She crossed her arms and tilted her head. "This road is under HOA jurisdiction. You'll have to access from the west gate." "That adds 5 minutes," Alvarez said. "We don't have 5 minutes. Not my problem." She shrugged. I stepped forward, my fists clenched. "Karen, move the damn car before someone dies." She smirked. "You'll be hearing from my lawyer." I didn't care anymore. I waved to the crew. "Cut it." As we grabbed the bolt cutters, Karen lunged in front of the chain. "Touch that lock and I'll sue the city for destruction of property." "Mum, move," Captain Alvarez said, stepping beside me. "This is interfering with emergency operations." Then the radio crackled again. "Confirmed child inside, second floor, 2118 Willow Crest Lane." Karen's face froze. "Did you say 21118? She whispered. "Yes," I replied. Her coffee mug hit the pavement with a sharp crack. "That's my niece's house," she said, her voice trembling. "She's babysitting my granddaughter Lily. Oh my God, Lily's in there." Suddenly, the iron-hard Karen crumbled like dust. She fumbled in her robe for keys, hands shaking so badly she dropped them twice. "I'll unlock it," she cried. "Please let me unlock it." Too late. The bolt cutter snapped the chain and our engine surged forward. Karen's BMW got sideswiped by the ladder truck as we roared past, a badge of her arrogance now bent and crushed on the side of the road. The scene at the house was chaos. Flames had consumed the right side, windows exploding from the heat. The front door had already been kicked open by neighbors, but no one had been able to reach the second floor. Alvarez shouted commands and I joined Tyler and Jake in the dash towards the house. We stormed up the staircase through the smoke, room by room, shouting for Lily. Then we found her, 5 years old, hiding under a blanket in the far corner of her room, her little body limp with smoke inhalation, but still breathing. I carried her down the stairs, my heart hammering. The building groaned behind us. The ceiling gave way just as we exited the front door. Flames chased us like a living thing, roaring with fury. Lily was handed to paramedics, placed on oxygen and taken to the hospital. She survived, barely. Karen arrived moments later, sobbing as she fell to her knees beside the paramedics. "Please save her," she wept. "Please save my baby." They did, but the price was high. By dawn, the house was gone, a blackened wreck. The fire marshal's report was blunt. A faulty toaster in the kitchen sparked a flame that spread through the walls, and the 6-minute delay at the gate. It had turned a one-room fire into a total loss. Karen's insurance refused to pay for damages. Obstruction of emergency services voided her claim. Her niece lost everything. Karen's granddaughter survived, but only because of seconds we barely had. The HOA board held an emergency meeting the next week. This time, Karen wasn't smug. She showed up in a simple sweater, her eyes hollow and red. "I resign," she said quietly, "effective immediately. I will also be paying for the removal of all road chains personally. I was wrong, and I hope no one else suffers because of my pride." No one objected. The room was silent. After the vote, I handed her a small box. Inside was a twisted piece of scorched BMW grille, bent during the rescue. She stared at it, tears falling. "Is this supposed to be a punishment?" "No," I said. "It's a reminder, moral. Never let control matter more than people. A chain across the road might protect a community from traffic, but it can also cost lives. And if you ever find yourself acting like a Karen, ask yourself this: will you still feel powerful when the flames come for you? Or will your pride block the very help you need?" Like, comment and subscribe so you never miss another jaw-dropping HOA story. Share this video to keep others safe from dangerous policies and people like Karen.